Prophetic messages from the Lord for the 24th of March 2018, and this is a compilation of prophetic messages from various of God's messengers, all consolidated into a format presented to you. Please take every word you hear before the Lord for confirmation. The Father says, "You cannot dig out the gold in someone else when you are looking for something negative. When you pan for gold, you let the muck, rocks, and debris sift through, paying it no mind. Bee hunters are the best in people. The more you look, the more you will find. Encourage and support one another so that more gems will surface. Bring your focus to good and not to evil. Be cheerleaders for those in your reach. The stones you throw could easily be used against you. All have fallen short of my glory. This is not the scoreboard I am using. Did you forget? You were bought with a heavy price. Embrace this sacrifice for yourself and for others. You are all in the process of the becoming, for it is the Christ in you, the hope of glory. Pardon those that deserve it the least. I will bring justice even when you forgot there was a crime. Let me take the wheel so that you can rest. You have been trying to do too much on your own and only achieving mediocre results. Remember, I said to follow me, not follow you. There are new lessons to be learned in the upcoming weeks. Be on the watch for my spirit revealing hidden knowledge and wisdom. The year is moving on a high note. Remain with a spirit of anticipation. What you have felt should be left for dead, I am reviving into life unimaginable. Push away the dark thoughts that look to rob you of my joy. Find my fire, setting you aflame. You are coming out of all that you have been going through. Even when days look stagnant, you cannot find me working all things out. Trust and know that I am still doing exactly what I have said that I am. You have asked, when is my turn, Lord? And I want you to fully accept that now is your turn and time to rise out of the dryness you have been experiencing. My living waters is flowing out of my wells you have overlooked. Watch and see. Feeling stuck? Sometimes that quicksand feeling is just me keeping your feet still while I work out areas in your path. Struggling against the sand will only cause you to sink deeper. Seek me as to whether you need to be rescued or pull up a chair and wait. Only when you become still will you know in your heart what to do. I am calling you even closer in this hour. There are key spots that I want you to make connections with certain people at right junctions on your journey. These people will come in unlikely packages, but they will be exactly who you need in this hour. Turn away from judgmental eyes. Many of my people limit who they rub shoulders with due to religious mindsets. I am breaking you free of your social classes that you have become so accustomed to. To be my disciple, understand I have called you to whom I have called you to at this moment of your life. This picture will change, but you are precisely where I desire to develop your character. Do not care what others will think, for if they are truly for you, then they will walk with you. Do not look behind at those who choose to walk away. This is not for them, and you are walking into my grace and glory realm at levels that reach the stratosphere. The road will get rocky as you wrestle with your own belief systems. Look through these moments through my eyes, and you will see what you need to. Greener pastures await you soon. New towns and villages you will place your feet upon. Some will have friendly faces, and some will scowl. As you keep seeking, asking, and knocking, you will find the hidden gems I have placed along your way. Explosions of my goodness will befall you. Never give up, for in the blink of the eye, the scenery will change and make way for pure gold. The sun is setting on chapters in your life. Look how far you have come. You thought you would be swept away a few times, and yet I have preserved you even in the darkest of moments. Do not spend time in mourning or regrets over what is behind you. Where I will place your feet will restore your soul with great joy. Even when the reasons for certain trials are unclear, know that everything will turn out beautiful in the end. For I see the beginning to the end. All of your days are written out. Rest when you sense you are becoming weary. Sometimes the very thing demanding your most attention is the one thing you need to place down. Pay attention to what is your responsibilities and what is just draining you. Many have felt that they have all of the people in their life that they need. I want you to open up to what I am doing in your life. I am sending you new faces. Listen and learn from them. You are not meant to travel this road without like-minded people who are focused on my will. Be gentle with your brothers and sisters in the Lord. I have not set you up to be in quarrels with one another. The spirit of offense moves heavily. Pay attention that this snare does not envelope you. Decide in your mind each day that you will not be offended in the great and small matters that come your way. Release what you have against one another. Let me be their God, for I am the one who knows if they are on the right path or not. I can adjust them as well as you from incorrect ways. I have not sent you as a messenger to all, but only to some. Know what I have asked of you, and do not take on what is not for you. You cannot find my joy when you are chasing after destruction. People watch you, but do not know you. I know you, and I love you unconditionally. I am taking you to new places with new faces, ones that will be able to see beyond the mistakes and faults, to set the atmosphere for the gold within you to finally come out in full measure. Double-minded people will demand one thing from you and then demand the opposite in the same breath. I do not want you to go to and fro at the whims of others. I am setting you up for a mind that is sound and for you to know the times and seasons. There are moments that I will tell you way in advance what my plans are for you, and times that I will only give you a last-second warning to turn now. You must seek my presence daily to understand which is for your now and which is for down the road. When you step out ahead of my voice, you will find things crumble and not open to fruition. Many will give up at this point instead of coming before me for a course correction. Do not let pride rule your heart. The enemy seeks to destroy you from the inside out. Own up to your mistakes and take responsibility. When you refuse, rebellion is what you carry. I am able to right the wrong moves that you make, but I desire that you learn and grow so that you will avoid these pitfalls in the future. If you continue following the wrong voice, you will certainly begin to believe your own self-righteousness. My house must be cleaned. Take inventory on what I am bringing to your mind in this hour. Do not take on the robe of shame and condemnation. Instead, look at this purging as allowing my spirit to flow fully in and through you. When you are stopped up with worldly junk, you will continue to live out of my peace and joy. I am a gentle Father. I desire only the greatest places for your feet to trod. We are going to do amazing exploits together. It is time to believe and see yourself as one who I can and will use for my glory and honor. Rest in knowing that all things will work out for good. Belief is a catalyst in your life. When you walk in disbelief, you are merely dropping my promises on the ground. Unbelief will rob you of your perfect potential in me. Unbelief will stop my desires from flowing in and through you. Your unbelief will even stop those sent to help you move to the next. Today, find that the battle of your mind has been won. I am your strength, and I am your helper. Call upon me, and I will deliver you from all that keeps you bound. Decide this day to walk in the fresh oil that I have poured out upon your journey. What was is no more. You must choose each day what thoughts you will let rule your movements. Be of the kingdom and for the kingdom. Put down pointless endeavors that only lead to dead ends in your life. Many are taking up causes simply created by the enemy to keep you stuck in an endless cycle of shouting. I have not called you to scream at the darkness. I have called you to shift the atmosphere. Use what I have given you to draw people to me. Shift your perspective on what you are called to do. I gave you purpose and not a road of chasing tails. Find that I am erasing what you are doing each day without me. Let go of what I cast aside. I will keep you busy with adventures so beautiful you will wonder why you ever bothered with the rest. To speak the truth in love, you must be fully willing to speak who I see in that person from a spirit and heaven perspective. You are to wear the mind of Christ and build up, not tear down. I have said not to walk in the flesh but in the spirit. You are spirit first, and this is your true identity. Choose to see others through my eyes, and you will walk in the realms of my glory that I created you to be in. I am not concerned with the mistakes a person makes. I am watching over each one of you with joy and excitement all throughout your journey. Never do I look upon you with anything other than my love. I am for you no matter what your day brings. I am picking you up in this hour. It is time to dust yourself off, for you are going places you have never known before. Seasons change, and so must you renew your mind to capture all that I am up to. The enemy tempts you to focus on what you think is not going right. Like a fog, it will blind you to my light and truth. I desire that you focus on what I will do with any and all of the aspects in your life. There is far more going on behind the scenes than you have imagined or even considered. You are only in the midst of, but do not choose to define the truth in human terms. Beloved, your true life is only in the midst of your time in a human body. Who you are becoming through this experience is so vitally important. It is in this part that you gain the understanding and realization about who I am on a level that you never had before. You are created in my image. Now is the time you are walking in my identity as you live out your life and walk in this tangible life. Open your heart and mind so that I may fill you up with heaven's revelation. Your capacity is limitless. Come up higher. Never stop your wonderment of all that you see around you. People will tell you not to ask questions or ask why, but I say that our relationship is open to what you have on your heart. I will not scold you or chase you away. Keep your faith and trust that I have your best in mind, even while you wait for my answer. There are times you will have to walk out the answer, and times when I will reveal the mystery. Do not get hung up on what is not clear today. Just keep walking towards my light and goodness. The enemy will try to use these moments as opportunities to shake your faith and trust so that you lose the hope. Resist the temptation to agree with his lies. If I would send my only son to free you of a debt that you could not pay, why would I ever hurt you? Nothing is in vain and nothing is wasted. Your pain and tears have not escaped my sovereign hand. I will settle all accounts that came against you unfairly. No one escapes vindication or judgment. Let Christ be your advocate in all matters. Do not spend your hours going over and over what happened in the day. Just hand it all over and keep moving on. In due time, you will see that issue resolved justly and swiftly. No, not everything will happen in the immediate, for I know when the best opportunity will present itself on the horizon. Remember that I am not just concerned for your salvation, but all those involved. Release and forgive. Hanging on until you feel satisfied will waste many perfect good days. You will overcome everything that is against my purpose in your life. Watch and see that I will deliver you from all that came against your heart. What you hold so fragile in your hands will not fade into nothingness. I will redeem and restore. I will give you the victory over your enemies, even in the smallest of offenses. I did not forget what happened to you. I have said before how this would finally end, and even though the months and years have passed, my word will still break through to your overcoming. I will heal you, and my love will radiate out of your new wholeness with power that will even make the enemy run and flee. Many have doubted I was with you over the years. Many have doubted that I would call you to such a high position. Know that I have prepared a table before your enemies. They will watch me take you from impossible to impossible, for all things are possible for my chosen. I will scatter those that spoke evil under their breath in your direction. I kept good records. I will complete what I have started in and around you. Let the land feel the shockwave that only my voice can do. You are my beloved, who I am well pleased with. My love transcends what you are feeling now and sees where you will be in just a short time. My joy will rest upon you and in your house forevermore. No one will steal what I have called yours. No man can undo what I have ordained. I give you new keys of authority to unlock whatever is closed before you. Today, see the upgrade and promotion that has fallen upon you. Even when you felt you let me down, know that I exalted you before men. We are going to realms that few will ever travel to. You are prepared and ready to go. Nothing more is holding you back, and I give you free rein to move as my ambassador. Just as the walls of Jericho fell, you will do the same wherever your feet may trod. Get ready. Life as you knew it is about to forever change for my glory and honor. You are the little seed sprouted in my glory. You are what seems tiny and insignificant, but as you grow larger, where I have planted you will cause regions to find the light. The illusion of light will be cast out as the enemy flees at the sound of your footsteps. Gather your things, for we are going to places never seen, but have the tools you will need. I have promised not to leave your hands empty. What you could not accomplish in past seasons will now flow easily for you. What would not come under your authority will obey as you walk forth in my name. Be mindful that your thoughts can betray you. Who are you aligning with every day? I have said my yoke is easy and my burden is light, but many feel that they are walking in quicksand with cement on their shoes. Does this make sense? If what you are doing seems to go against my very nature in your life, then stop to re-evaluate once more. Seasons are changing once again. I have said this current season would be shorter than expected. What you believe had set you back is launching you forward. Change your perspective, for I am doing exactly what I have spoken over your life. Nothing is left to chance or circumstance. What worked against you will now work for you. New beginnings start when you leave the past to the past. There is nothing more for you there. Rise up. This season is like nothing you have experienced before. Forget about what did not come to pass, because your promises are still before you. Do not abort what I am growing on the inside of you. Ask me. Say, Lord, what are you doing in this hour? Will I not speak? Will I leave you in the dark? No. My answer is already yes and amen. Wait and watch, for I am answering you even in this hour. I put people in your life for a specific reason, but I also remove them. Many are thinking that something is wrong when someone hits the exit door. Look again. Do not become wounded over what transpires. What hinders you will leave, and what helps you grow deeper in me will stay. Seek like-minded to fellowship with. I will show you the way. Release the mindset of who I will place in your life. Stay open, for I have people that are not like you, but will enrich your life in ways you cannot imagine right now. My people need to discard the judgmental ways of the Pharisee. Even when you weren't looking, some bad mindsets settled in. I am removing what is bearing rotten fruit. I am changing the way you operate within your day. Notice how you are responding differently from even yesterday. Is anything impossible for me? You are coming out of a dry desert land. The waters are bubbling up from the deep, ready to carry you to abundance according to the riches of my glory. Put down your weapons against those that were not meant to be your foe. I am bringing the hearts into a purity that will overcome the dark that vies to destroy my people. Look beyond what your eyes witness and see anew with what I am calling you to be in this hour. To go higher, you must have your eyes set on that prize. Do not stop pressing in, for in due season you will arrive right on time. You are priceless. Do not take on the facade of garbage. Feeling weak is not a character flaw. I have not called you to pretend that the battles have not affected you. I am your great healer. I will replenish your soul and spirit when you come to me. I will make all things new and set your feet upon solid ground once more. There is nothing to be ashamed about. I want you to come to me in good times and in bad. I am not expecting you to be where you are not able. I am not shaking my head at you. Instead, find my loving arms wrapping you up with my pure love, making all of the pain go away. Will you believe that I am that kind of God who will go after the one sheep who has become lost in the wilderness? I will never lose track of where you are. Never a moment have I failed to keep my loving eyes upon you. My greatest joy is to be with you. Heaven and earth was created for you to enjoy with abundance of blessings and favor. I am not a boring God, and I will not waste your time either with aspects that will not fill you up with my goodness. Have you got me all wrong? Did religion tell you something different? I am undoing the twisted lies spoken over you this very day. Years of wrong mindset is breaking off in an instant. Choose to let this fall off and do not pick it up again, wanting to stay with the familiar. Turnarounds are my speciality. Second chances will be yours to receive. I know you, and I have loved you since the day I created you out of my imagination. I will not give up on you. You are the one who can walk away. Do not let time run out. You have so much left to experience from my hand. My glory is invading you this very day. Look, for my storehouses are opening wide to deliver the provisions that you are in need of, and for what you have petitioned me for. Many have thought that I would use this source over there to bless them. But look now. What is coming is from a hidden and unexpected place. I can make even your enemies give you favor and resources. Is there anything too hard for me? It is time to rest in my peace and not work out of the flesh to meet your needs. I have told you to ask, and ask me for big and unbelievable things for your life. I have no desire to withhold from you. The enemy of your soul comes to kill, steal, and destroy. Have you allowed him to gain a foothold in your life? Examine all aspects before me and ask what is blocking your prayers. Be sure you are not holding up your own progress. Resist the temptation to think of this as some complicated ritualistic affair. I have not installed hoops for you to jump through in order to show yourself good enough or worthy. You ask because this is the relationship we are growing and developing together. Your faith and trust grows with each opportunity. I did not make all of creation to just sit back and see what will happen. You are my beloved, precious child, whom I look after with great care and concern over every part of your life. Keep digging deeper. I want those petitions that you were afraid to give me as well. It is time to not walk in a limited fashion with your hands tied behind your back. I am not limited by anything. I have not called you to be limited. If I am the master designer, did I not have a say in how all of this has and will unfold it? Did I say that I would bless the workings of your hands? Why despise what I intend to give you favor in? It is now that you should wake up and see yourself as my royal sons and daughters. You were all like the prodigal son who came home. and was given all of the best that the Father had to offer. Rejoice, for receiving is your portion. Have you considered that it is already done according to my word and promise? Change the perspective to what you have petitioned has been given my yes and amen. I am not a miser, nor one who withholds goodness in your days or your nights. Everything that I have is yours. Forget what the religious minds will say. When the mind thinks only of limitations, you will not live in the abundance of limitless possibilities. The fresh dew at dawn is a revival of the old into the new each day. You are my beloved, who I gave my very life for. If I thought that beautifully of you on that day, over 2,000 years ago, then is it likely that I would desire to take back my deepest display of love for you now? Nothing is hidden from me. You didn't somehow do something today that I did not see on the cross. Time to speak against the enemy who whispers not my truth in your life. Forsake all that is less than my glory. You were created out of my perfection and restored because of my perfection. You couldn't create yourself nor release your very soul from the gates of hell. Receive what I so easily give to you. Just receive. Stop making rules to what I just place in your heart and soul. I did not ask you to now take on a role of guilt, shame, and condemnation because of a sinful world that required a lamb sacrifice. Do you not see that it is finished? I have moved on, so you too must come up higher from the thoughts of mankind. Forgiveness is where you need to sit today, not for your brother or sister, but for yourself. You have long overlooked giving yourself grace and mercy on the days you wish could be erased in entirety. What you hold against yourself will you see through a warped lens in other people. I forgave you completely, leaving nothing left to deal with. I stopped remembering that past issue. Do you feel you are above my final verdict, that you can continue to carry what I already died for? What good is this doing you in reality? I will pick you up and take you beyond what your own efforts can muster. Trust the process of the becoming. You are closer each day into the likeness of my Son. Even what you cannot see, I can surely claim witness to. I have not made a mistake in your blueprint. Can you believe that I will take you through each chapter in your life until the sweet fragrance can be denied no longer? Let go of what does not serve you. A bucket full of regrets will not let my waters fill you up from head to toe. I can turn your darkest skies into golden lights. Receive openly, for I intend to send you into overflow that no one can contain. I am visiting you this night to heal you of what you are unable to release. Freedom is your portion. The storm clouds came, but the rain never fell. You have wondered if you missed something or my timing. You have wondered if you did something wrong that caused my hand to withhold the reins. My child, look again, for in this hour my reins are here. I am washing away decades of shame and condemnation. I am washing away fear and doubt and setting your feet once again on solid ground. I have not forgotten you. Hope deferred has made you weary. I am restoring what did not grow in your hearts and mind due to the lack of rain. I am giving you understanding and purpose to what has been going on around you. The days, months, and even years have not always made sense. You have done a good job at not dwelling on what was out of your control. The ground is blooming, your life is blooming. Chains that seem impossible to break are falling in this hour. The force of water is a mighty one. As one drop, not much can be accomplished, but many drops can be unstoppable against even the strongest of counter forces. Do not underestimate your own impact. You are capable of far more than you realize. I am going back into your past memories to show you just how powerful you have been in those moments, because I have set you up as the many drops effect as you move on from here. New seasons bring to you new angels. And in this next 6 to 8 years, you will see signs of this changing of the guard in ways you will not anticipate. Their purpose is to help you go further faster. My spirit is accelerating and inhabiting areas that were strongholds of the enemy. The pushback you have been experiencing is ending. I have prepared the way into foreign territories that you will win for my name's sake. I choose to use mankind in all that I am doing, and I choose to set you up for a sowing and reaping benefit that has never been seen before. Place down what you thought was going on, and take up what I am truly doing for all of mankind. You are part of my plans. The days of great deception are upon you, but that does not mean you have to be deceived. You must look into matters for yourself and not just go with where the wind is blowing others. I will give you my divine wisdom, but you must choose to use it. The enemy desires that you are lost in a sea of lies, tangled, unable to be freed. When you believe in your hearts that you cannot be wrong, you will keep living in wrong thinking. When you refuse to turn around when the evidence is clear, you will stay stuck in pride. Your decisions do indeed bring life or death to your very soul. I will speak into your atmosphere, but you must open your ears so that your eyes can also see. Days are short, for man was not created to live beyond his designated time. How you navigate each moment is vital to you arriving or falling short. I will blaze the path before you. Distractions will come each day to knock you off track. Know what is for you and what is just a waste of valuable resources. Focus on the blueprints that I destined you to enjoy. If something seems less than what I have called you to, then let it fall to the ground. Tomorrow is a new day. Take up the higher road that has your name written all over it. My angels are at the ready to assist your steps. The night breaks for the dawn. Let clarity fill your spirit this very day. Many are realizing that the waters that I have you flourishing in are changing as I send you to new waters. Do not consider this a negative or that there is anything wrong with where you are. I am shifting you from a comfortable routine into places that teach you things of my kingdom that you have never heard before. Be open and remain open. I am moving you away from surface level understandings into spiritual and supernatural revelation that you will not receive where you are. To grow, you must be challenged. To place down your traditions of men, you must be exposed to parts that you are missing. Many think that they have all of the pieces simply because no one has ever told them otherwise. I have not revealed all of the mysteries to mankind yet. The Bereans knew Paul was speaking the truth because they were studied and approved before me. Let your spirits as well bear witness to what is coming down from heaven. Be careful to not reject and align with the enemy of your soul to stir up strife and conflict. All knowledge is new to a person the first time it is heard. Do not let ignorance of my ways be your downfall. When you believe that you know all that there is to know, you become your own god of pride. Unteachable people will remain living in the dark, believing they are the only ones in the light. Pride will surely keep you like a Pharisee. You will seek to save face instead of learning. My people, I am doing such a wonderful new thing before you right now. My greatest desire is that you come up higher and dwell one and one with me. You are why I have done all of this. Embrace and let a longing for my presence increase until there is no room left for anything else. Consider the costs. Many think their endeavors on the wrong side of the street won't catch up with them. They believe what they do is going unnoticed. I say to you today that all will come before my throne. Be joyful when this happens quickly instead of many years or decades later. Consequences will indeed increase with greater multiplication the longer you continue in the wrong direction. When you walk in stubborn rebellion against what I have already spoken, you leave yourself completely open to the enemy. Many will scream for me to save them when the power is in their hands. Many more will blame everyone instead of themselves. It is time for my people to put away foolish notions that you can live as the world and not be burned by the sin and lawlessness. When you plant bad seeds, you cannot expect a good harvest. You cannot say 1 minute that you are mine and then exclude me from the rest of your comings and goings. Your time as a human is fleeting. What you do and say bears a great weight before me. Is there no difference between the pagan and the saved? Be mindful that when I prune, I will address what you are poisoning your very own soul with. You can only reject the truth for so long before judgment is pronounced. You cannot hold the world and my kingdom in the same hands. What is your heart's song this day? Release your vocal cords and bring your praise unto me. What you seek will be unlocked, and thanksgiving will be the key. A mouth that complains and is fault-finding will be your undoing in all things. Do not join in with those who choose to grumble about everything, for it is like a disease to your heart and mind. Be glad, even when you cannot see a reason to be. I will show you much more than you can imagine when you decide to be thankful for days of joy and trouble alike. My favor is yours even when it is not Christmas. Look at what I have presented before you right now. The Israelites couldn't see how special they were due to their negative focus and ungrateful hearts. My glory was all around in tangible form, but it mattered not to them. Do not be a fair weather follower. You were made for wholeness and to receive all of my kingdom, not just a piece. You will be tried in the areas of life, but this is not to cause you to sink. I am building your character and integrity. I sent a mere boy named David to defeat a giant that no one else could remove. How much do you think that moment of trial and success affected his ability to rule one day? I know what you are capable of, even when you would rather turn away from the challenge. Stand firm. There is nothing to fear on the road ahead of you. Do you believe me? I have written your destiny down. Each day, I am shaping you into the person who will successfully walk into the role. A person's ability to foresee with their own eyes is only a tiny part of what they will truly behold when at the final stop of what I have planned out. Partner with me and trust that what you face has a purpose and a meaning to where you will be going. I waste nothing in your life, even the places that I did not intend for your feet to walk. Everything will be all right. My love embraces you always. What is missing, you will find. Many are looking for that last few pieces of the puzzle that will finally let my full map be revealed. Others are charging on ahead before they receive those last few items. I will not send you out when you are not fully equipped, prepared, and ready. Do not be overeager, for a trap lies in wait just ahead. You will need the full map. Sometimes in the waiting, you will feel vulnerable and unsure of what to do. Learn to go with the flow of my current, and you will be carried to your destination at the right moment. When you are not sure, place your wet finger in the air to feel my cool breeze in the air. I will show up in every area around you if need be. I will never leave you without. It is okay to be at ease with yourself. You were not meant to be serious all the time or all about the mission. I am a fun God. Can you believe it? Religious minds would love to stifle this beautiful aspect in you, but don't allow it to take root in your life. Even on days where life is overwhelming, you can find laughter and my smile over you. I am celebrating over your life in the past, present, and future. The flowers are blooming and the fresh meadow is coming back alive once more. What was dormant is awakening. What was hidden is being revealed. Do not worry about tomorrow. It will surely take care of itself. I have you and I will not let you go. Feel the pressure falling off of your shoulders and a new birth taking place in your spirit and soul. You are so very precious to me, and I love you. I am finishing up the last remaining questions in your mind and pushing you on through that door that you have been staring at. There is a coming to an end and conclusion to some aspects in your life that I will be cutting off as your time here is done. Well done. I am very proud of what you have come through and accomplished for my name's sake. You could have quit, and instead you persevered. Your rewards have been released. Stay in a mind of anticipation. All will reach you. Grab your prayer list and look over what you asked me for over the last few years. I am bringing those answers to you even when you lay them down. Battles have been won, and puzzle pieces have come into alignment. I will bring back to your remembrance desires that you have even long forgotten about. Find that in this season, relationships that have long been strained and detached come back together with full renewal. It will feel like there was never a rift at all. Allow your heart to leap, for I am in your midst through whatever your day may bring. I am approaching you in a different way, for I plan to show you what a husband is to be towards a bride. Those that have been out of the fold for this or that reason will also be swept away by this movement. You are my bride. Many see me as a ruthless tyrant instead of the loving, caring father. I am showing you in this hour just what lengths I will go through for you. There is no end and no boundary line. What you could not understand will hit you with new revelation, and you will see into the spiritual realms what has been hidden from you. I am taking your hand to lead you through. It is time to see just how far you will go and do in and through me. The box you have been living in has been removed. The scenery is changing, and what was a challenge at one point will be as smooth ground before you now. We are running, and obstacles will disappear just as you are moments from contact. Do not focus on what looks like a wall, for it will vanish before your eyes. Trust in me, and you will rise above it all. The sun may rise, and it may fall in the evening, but it never ceases to exist. What you are going through in this hour will find my warmth surround your days and your nights. I am coming closer to you in this hour to assure you that I have indeed heard your cries and that I will definitely take care of that need of yours. Rest your head on my shoulder. I can take your rawest of emotions, and I will not leave you. I am restoring what was lost and giving you freedom from chains that were too strong for you to break off on your own. Many will judge you for still struggling with these issues, but my child, some things are only for me to take care of. I know your heart, and I am drying your tears in this hour. You and I know what the truth is, and I will deal with those who speak out of ignorance. Love them anyway. I have more for you than what this wasteland of emotions brings to your heart and mind. Just keep looking up, and I will take your hand as we move on from these tombs. What was in the past is done and over with. Do not feel tempted to resurrect the bones from the past. I am healing you, and what was in unbearable pain will cease to be a part of your life. In an instant, I can undo decades of bondage. Reject the sackcloth of yesterday, for I have new garments of praise to place over you. What was holding you back is breaking. What was covering your eyes is being removed. The revealing of what the enemy has been trying to keep you from is moving towards you in rapid speed and a force that no one can stop. Cast your fears aside. We are going on a beautiful journey that you will not be denied, for I am your Lord and your shield. What the robbers and thieves lie awake to do against you will not succeed. We are going up and out right now. Turn around. What you are seeking is right before you. and you pass on by without realizing it. I will not let you move on without picking up this vital piece. See the clouds shift from dark to light. Feel the wind move across your cheeks. You are right at the moment before manifestation. Rejoice for the day you have held onto, though weary is upon you. Overcomer is your portion, and I am the way maker. The road of life is about to become much easier. You will taste my goodness before you. I have not disqualified you, nor cast you away as a nuisance. You are my beloved. Rejoice, for all things are becoming new. The old is dissipating its strong grip over your life. What was meant to destroy you is being removed. All of hell cannot stand against what I have ordained this day. Take a hold and run with a new mindset. These steps will not come your way as I have done away with these schemes and pitfalls. You are wiser even if you have not seen it. You were stretched and challenged but did not break. Stand, I am with you. My glory surrounds your morning and your night. I am not finished with you, so get ready for the explosion over the dry regions around you. My wells are springing up in this hour. Your latter days will indeed be filled with glory and plenty. There are times when you have to seek out my answer, and there are times when my answers comes to find you like a knock on a door. Be diligent to watch how I am moving around you. I will not always send you a neon sign. You will know my ways when you take the time each day to spend in my presence. Relationships grow into a sweetness only by spending time together. I will not always speak to you in the same manner as in previous years. I am changing things up so that you do not grow complacent and comfortable. People tend to take for granted that which comes too easy. I want your attention always, and I will move to another frequency so that you seek me out fully once more. I have spoken to your heart and spirit aspects that I am doing in your life. When you do not sense the urgency to respond right away, I will use other ways to wake you up to what I am doing in this hour. A life of non-kingdom distractions will leave you empty at the end of the day. Come back to me for a new perspective and strategy. I have the keys that you seek. I will release them along your path and carry you when needed to your destination. Do not be down. I am lifting you up in this hour above the disappointments and failures that were thrown at you. I am taking you to a place of security, high above clouds on a mountain to commune with just me. Let the noise of life fade into the background. Better is coming. Shout your praises of worship. What was keeping you back is making way for a new stage for you to walk upon. You have outgrown where you are. Sing hallelujah. The butterfly has to grow the chrysalis to know the moment to emerge, for the time of being hidden in me is changing. You are only at a stage of deep rest in me, and now is your time to come out in a new level through me. Soon life will speed up, so only your wings will be able to keep you on track.